connecting.
Thought maybe
All right.
send me a text or something.
Good morning, guys. We are finally a little new, actually a lot of new stuff around here today, guys. We are trying out some different live stuff. We tried to go live on Facebook and YouTube. And
Simultaneously.
yeah, we're having a little bit of difficulties, but lots of new stuff today. We have welcome to the Toad Hall Morning Show. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It is September 14th, and we got a great show for you. We are doing King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and that's got a big in-depth talking about all of that stuff.
Well, I don't know about in-depth, but I got a little talk about it.
Little talk about King Gizzard, which is good because a lot of people don't know about him.
And first off, let's just say now that we have a couple more watching, we do have new mics. We need input from everybody to let us know.
How do we sound?
How do we sound?
Please comment
in. We have individual mics now. They're wireless, so hopefully we're going to be a little bit better than we were able to do before.
I'm hoping you guys can hear us a little better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. We also have a bunch of new vinyl arrivals. Lots of new, trade-ins that have come into the store. We have been getting inundated with records and stereo equipment. And
I thought people spring cleaned, not fall cleaned.
We have been getting just slammed with this stuff coming in the door. So we're going to go over some of that stuff. We'll talk about the show that me and Annette went to.
Yeah.
Annette and I went to. We're going to talk about that. So we got a good show for you. So should we just get in? Should we wrap up our weekend? Should we start with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
What are you going to start with?
Well, let's start with the chronological order. We'll start with.
Oh yeah.
Start with these three shows.
So we finally made it up to Summerfest. I finally made it. It's been probably 15 years since I've been up there. Oh, good, John. Thanks. Hopefully it sounds good on everybody's end there.
Yeah, hopefully. So we made it to Summerfest. Thanks so much for Summerfest. Obviously, it's going on. This is the last weekend coming up. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday is the last day. Guns N' Roses is playing on the last day.
Be so,
oh man, it'd be cool.
Be
Flaming Lips is playing the last day. We got a lot of good talent coming up there. But the cool part is
we got up there about what
3:30,
3:30.
Yeah.
So we had the opportunity to actually stage hop, so to speak. You know, and there was one band that really blew us away.
Well, we're going to start with Everclear.
Yeah, Everclear is the first.
The first group we saw that day. Obviously, they have so many good songs.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at how many songs you knew by them?
Yeah, I was.
Santa Monica, obviously, is what they finished with is their most popular song. Wonderful, Father of Mine, I Will Buy You a New Life, Everything to Everyone, I Won't Back Down, Unemployed Boyfriend, Joker, I Will Follow You into the Dark, Every Breath You Take, AM Radio, and Brown Eyed Girl. So a little bit of covers on this Best of Everclear, and then obviously all their big hits. This is the picture disc. I think I have the non-picture disc just came out like 2 weeks ago. This has been out for at least over a year or two. But like I said, if you want the black vinyl with the regular sleeve, that is also available. They were phenomenal. They were funny. They really sound good. Great show. I highly recommend checking out Everclear. All right. Looks like people are saying we sound really good. That's
good.
Makes it worthwhile. You want to introduce the next group?
Oh yeah. Wow. That's all I can say. Blew us away.
This, of all the bands we saw on Thursday, last Thursday, Grandson.
Oh my gosh.
You go to these events and you see lots of different bands, and there's bands that do what they're going to do. Everclear is a prime example.
Yeah.
I was not disappointed at all by Everclear.
No.
Not at all.
I wasn't disappointed by anybody.
I wasn't disappointed by anyone.
Right.
But then you go in with low expectations of a band like Grandson because he's new and we've never seen him, and we've listened to the record, but it's totally different concert.
Oh yeah.
They blew us away. Even my dad, who isn't into this particular type of music.
He was odd.
Yeah.
Yep. He couldn't get over it.
No, none of us could. I highly recommend checking out Grandson. So this album, Death of an Optimist, I actually reviewed over here on the channel. It was the first record we did our record review on, which I will be bringing back. It's out by Fueled by Ramen. He's a Canadian. Now he lives in LA. He's pretty young. He's in his 20s, late 20s. So this album, he did like a lot of it himself.
Yeah.
But it's very electronic.
Through the pandemic. Is what he said.
Yeah, it was released in the pandemic.
Right.
This album is a concept album, and it's definitely about the millennial. It's called Death of an Optimist, and the whole album is a story. And every song, so it's not just a bunch of collection of songs. It's a concept album front to back, and it's a little bit on the hip hop, electronic dance. It's not dance music.
No.
It's electronic, but he sings, but he doesn't even really rap. It's very unique.
And he's got a very unique voice.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Okay, so when you listen to this record, you're like, yeah, it's pretty good. But then you see it live, and he has a live drummer. He's got a live bassist, live guitarist. He's singing on top of it. And it's just like an explosion.
Yeah.
It's just like the energy, think energy of like Rage Against the Machine. The explosion on stage was just unlike anything I'd ever seen. It would be like watching Rage Against the Machine. That's how I felt. That's how it felt to be in that audience. And to see the drummer hitting those beats with real drums and cymbals. And yes, there were electronic beats that they had to put into the songs because that's how the songs are written.
Right.
It blew us away, all of us.
And you could definitely tell. I don't know if he's written all of these songs. I don't have that much information, but even throughout the concert, you could tell that he was a storyteller. And I don't mean that he's telling stories. It's just that he was very vocally. I don't know how I want to say this. He talked in between songs about different issues.
Yep, and none of them were really political bands always alienate one side, but he was very neutral, balanced, just saying, hey, get out and vote. Hey, this is an issue that our generation faces.
He thanked everybody, people for being vaccinated.
Yeah, because everyone had to be vaccinated to get into Summerfest, period. So he's like, hey, thanks for coming in and coming to see me. It's the way it's got to be for a little while. Thanks for making it out. Yeah. It was a really good show. DJ Chancellor in the house. Check out Grandson. You're going to want to put it in your set. I promise you, if you're a DJ, you're going to want to listen to this record front to back. You're going to find a couple hits off this that you're going to play, for sure.
Yes, and then definitely. I can't wait for his next album, and I don't know when that will be coming out.
I think I want to go see him again.
Oh, he would be good. Yeah, that would be great.
I would definitely go see that again.
I think he's got an EP out besides this.
Yeah, that's his first full length.
Right.
He's got a couple EPs. He also did a couple collaborations with some other people. Collab projects like all the modern artists do. They get together with some friends. They did something with She did something with K-Flay.
Yeah.
They raised money for some cause.
And then in the middle of that, we stopped by Thai Verdes,
which I was totally new to. We were with a group of people who were like, I want to go check out this Thai Verdes. Me and Annette knew zero. We didn't even know their name.
Right. Of course, what pulled us in.
They walked up and they're playing a Weezer cover.
Yeah. We're like, oh, okay, let's listen to this. So, just a little bit here on BBC.com said at the start of 2020 he was selling mobile phones and sleeping on a friend's couch when his career suddenly took off. Interesting.
We're going to have to look into the Thai Verdes.
Yeah, so it's
really young crowd over there.
Put a song on TikTok and it blew up.
That's why the crowd that was in that audience was extremely young.
Right.
I was on the old spectrum, and I'm in my early to mid 30s here. So yeah, it was 20s, teens. So we'll put that on the radar. You never know where you're gonna find.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Good Morning MoFi started shipping the first 2 Eagles One Steps last week. Yes, we did see that some of the Eagles MoFi One Steps were getting shipped. Obviously, they come in batches and waves. We probably won't get ours here till later in the month. I've heard maybe end of September. So we're probably a couple weeks out from getting the ones at the store. But I saw some of the people have been starting to receive them. So that's all we have for MoFi news.
Yeah. Then the next band we saw, bring it on out,
was George Thorogood. We
That's
finally got to see our man George.
2.5 years later.
We finally did it. And what I'm holding here is actually when I talked to his marketing company, one of his best-selling albums, George Thorogood and the Destroyers live in Boston '82, the complete concert. So this was a record store day release.
4 LPs?
Four LPs.
4 LPs.
Of course, it's got all of his hits and a ton more. It's $70. They only made 1,000 of these.
Oh.
And the reason it's on red marble vinyl, limited to 1,000, 12 previously unreleased tracks on craft recordings. You know why why we still have any left?
No, why?
Because when they showed up, it was a late press.
Oh.
They didn't come out on record store day. We got them like 2 or 3 weeks later. And we're getting down there. We only have a couple of them left. But everyone was asking for them on the day of. Obviously, no one had them. That's why they couldn't find them. And then here we got them. Anyway, enough about the record. Let's talk about the show.
Yeah, let's talk about the show. And good morning to everybody that's now watching. And if you didn't hear us before, we do have new mics, new wireless mics. Make sure you let us know. So far, we've gotten good reviews on it.
So everyone's saying they can hear us good and clear. And that's good because equipment isn't cheap. And thanks to you, the viewers, for doing our blind record draws, for buying records from us. That's what afforded us the equipment to be able to help it and improve what we're doing.
Well, DJ, that's really cool. A lot of you bought here, you've spun in your sets. That
is cool.
Is cool.
Like I said, check out Grandson. You're going to be impressed.
Yeah.
You're going to be impressed. I guarantee it. Anyway, Thorogood played all of his hits. We were front frickin' row, right on the gate. He was right there. It was, the light show was amazing. George gets out there, just shreds the guitar.
What a flirt. Oh my gosh. He was flirting with that one lady 2 down from me. You could just tell.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
And the band he's with, obviously, has been with him. I mean, his drummer said he's with him from like the 70s. And the horn player,
the
sax player was there. I mean, they're totally dialed in. Obviously, George is getting up there in years. He could still shred. You could tell a little bit, like at the end of some songs, he was a little tired. He'd take his guitar off, go take a break. Yeah. And that was incorporated in the set. But every time I was like, oh, he's tired, he's taking off his guitar, he would be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And he'd have the mic and he'd be out there singing, going again. I'm like, man, he's with it still.
He had to go suck down some oxygen.
Yeah, I don't know, he's do a shot or something, but he was with it. It was still a really good show. He's still getting around. He still shreds. He's still touring. I mean, he's still going across the country. For those of you who are outside our local viewing area, he's still out there touring. Usually, I need to bring up all the places he's going, but he'll be in Europe and next spring, I think. So we're gonna continue to follow George because obviously he's one of our favorites. So yeah, we got this. So that's kind of our show review. And then we caught a little bit of Coheed and Cambria, which is one of my favorite records, my favorite bands of all time. We caught their last 3 songs on their set, and they still are top notch.
I didn't get home till 2 o'clock in the morning. Holy cow! My partying days are over, and that was just crazy.
So yeah, Summerfest. If you can make it, there's 1 weekend left. It's like $26 to get in the door. I think it's even cheaper if you get there before 5 or 6.
Senior
discounts. Beer's $8.50 a pop. Although we went on Thursday, it was half price beers, so we got half price beers. So really good,
half
affordable.
Price lemonade.
It was a great show, great time. Hats off to Summerfest. Thanks so much for the tickets. Thanks for George Thorogood for the comp stuff. We're gonna be working more with those guys.
Yeah.
We're working more. Also, I haven't announced this yet, but we're going to be doing a lot of more local stuff. I've been reached out to by the Coronado here locally.
So the Coronado is one of our venues.
Coronado is our historic venue. Yeah. So it's like a 1,200 seat theater, 2-level.
It originally started out as a movie theater.
Yeah, and it's extremely ornate. It's from the 30s. It's from that ornate period.
Yeah,
where
a lot of almost like a Rococo type. I think that's how you say it. Design in it.
Yeah. I mean, just everything in it, top to bottom. And then about 20 years ago, they did a $20 million renovation on it. But the building still looks gorgeous. In any case, we're going to be working with them, doing ticket giveaways. I have a comedy act coming up locally that I'll be giving away tickets to. I got to get onto that today. Okay. I'll have to do some research on that. I might be doing some artist reviews.
Well, I'm just happy to hear that that it's opening back up for acts.
Yes, they are booking lots of acts. It is because we have a mask mandate in Illinois.
Right.
I think you will have to wear masks, but yes, they're booking stuff. So.
All right, so much about Illinois. Let's get on to some other stuff today.
DJ, I didn't hear anything about Beatles on MoFi. They did Beatles on MoFi back in the 80s, but I know nothing about Beatles doing anything on MoFi or any other. Really, MoFi has been pretty quiet. It's like everything. They can't make them fast enough, so why announce what they don't have? Also, Sunday, so that was Thursday, then Sunday, I recorded the YouTube Mania 4. Our friends here locally, I hosted it. We did a recording for it. It's a 5-match set. They're editing it now. I think it's going to be released on their YouTube channel on this Saturday, which is their biggest event. I mean, we're talking about a really big event for them. They bought a new ring. They rented an event space. There's people in the seats. I was on the mic introducing the acts and running the mic.
Now we have an MC in the house.
It's DIY wrestling, so just know that this is not. But it is very entertaining. It's a lot of fun, and watch their YouTube channel if you haven't yet. It's just the wrestling show on YouTube. It'll pop right up. They got 32,000 followers.
Oh,
they are big time, fastest growing wrestling channel on the internet.
Ooh, looks like you got some new used in.
You know what?
You want to go into that, or you want to go into mine?
I think let's do your thing.
All right.
Let's do King Gizzard.
So, I know nothing about this band except we have a lot of their records.
And it sells really well.
And they sell really well. So, of course, yesterday I spent a little bit of time researching, threw them on YouTube, knew nothing about them. And we have, let me see, where's my little stack here? Let me grab. Oh, look, I can
King
stand
Gizzard.
up now and no wires except here. Look at that. Woo!
I don't know how many times we've dropped our phone on the floor.
Pulled the phone off the table because we were both connected to it.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
So yeah, I just decided there's a little story behind why I chose this, and we'll get to that probably toward the end.
Okay.
All right. So King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and I always say Wizard Lizard. So if I say
That's the full name.
incorrectly,
King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard.
Lizard Wizard, but for some reason I always say Wizard Lizard. I don't know why. So alternate indie, psych rock, garage rock, prog rock, acid rock, and a few other genres. So I threw them on YouTube while I was doing my research yesterday on the computer, and I'm like, okay, I like some of their stuff. Some of their stuff I don't like. Would I throw it on to do housework or something? Probably not, but they were really interesting. Australian band.
Yep.
I think 5 members. They have 18 studio albums over the course of 11 years. That's kicking out some albums.
And they really got popular in the U.S., or at least in our store, probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It slowly built, and then there's like a tidal wave, and everybody was buying up their stuff.
11 9 albums, 2 compilations, and 2 EPs.
They've been busy.
And that's been, when did they, 2012 is when they released their first full-length album was September 7th of 2012. Pretty interesting. I don't think we have that in there. It's called 12 Bar Brews. It's a 12-track garage rock album, self-recorded, and several tracks use unconventional recording methods.
Okay.
For iPhones. So the vocals for the album's title track were recorded through 4 iPhones placed around a room while Mackenzie sang into one of them.
That's like Flaming Lips did stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, they did. It's kind of but
they were in 2020. They were listed at number 47 in Rolling Stone, Australia's 50 greatest Australian artists of all times.
Okay. I
so
get that.
we'll wait to get to the new album here. And apparently, their bands often have environmental themes.
Mm-hmm.
Current members, which this pretty impressed me when you start looking at the different instruments and everything. So vocals, guitars, keyboards, flute, bass, percussion, sitar, piano, violin, clarinet, saxophone, zurna, which I should have looked up because I have no idea what that is.
I don't either.
Drums, harmonicas. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Their music is, it's very, I mean, it's very unique.
I think if I'm right, I think a lot of their albums, one way or another, have like a story behind them.
And I think psych rock is definitely the start of this. Some of the records are a little more experimental.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little, they kind of, but it's all kind of under a psych rock umbrella.
Yeah, when I first heard them, that's immediately what came to my mind with psych rock. So, what do we have in here?
Which is good because we have a lot of psych rock fans that watch.
Yeah.
A lot of vintage psych rock fans are looking for something new, and this is a band you might want to check out. It's a good thing to check out.
We've got Teenage Gizzard.
There's 2 different covers for
5
this.
tracks. Well, hang on. That one I need to talk about. Hang on. This is a.
I'm interrupting.
Well, apparently I'll go to that next. But 5 songs on each side. This is 2011. So this must not be one of their first full-length albums.
No, this is a later one.
So this is the same album?
Yep.
Teenage Gizzard?
Sure is.
Teenage Gizzard. So interesting. Well, because the different countries that have the bootleg thing where you can record them and not, they don't have, what's that called? I can't think of it.
Just different copyright laws.
Yeah, copyright.
Public.
So this is an official
domain.
bootleg.
Oh, really?
An official bootlegger, KGLW, which is King Gizzard, Lizard, Wizard. 50/50 yellow and magenta colored vinyl with yellow splatter, die-cut jacket with custom foil inner sleeve. So what they've actually done is
this is the indie only, I should mention. With the colored vinyl, it's got the holographic sleeve, it's die cut. Bring me the other one.
Yeah. So the band launched the bootlegger program. This is something that
the band
they're totally into. And it's a program where fans and indie labels can create anything they want with the provided materials, which if you go on their website, there's tons of stuff on there you can use. Or you can use your own stuff.
Wait. So they have their tracks on there?
Yeah.
They have their music. You can just use it.
I think so, if I read it correctly. So they can create anything they want, the bootleggers, with the provided materials, including the live albums released on Bandcamp.
Wow.
Compilations of demos and older songs and the free album Polygondwana. So if fans wish to sell any of their live albums or Teenage Gizzard, they must contact the band through a provided email so the band may sell a few copies on their merch site called Gizverse. So they allow. And one of the things on there, people are like, how much do we charge you? A bunch of questions. You're like, well, how much do you think we would charge? Blah, blah, blah. We want some copies of your stuff. Throw us a couple copies. So it's cool.
That is a really unique thing.
I've
never even heard of anybody doing that. So they basically have all their live stuff and a couple early records.
Yeah.
All up
demos, older songs.
And you can do anything you want with it.
Yeah.
And then you make something and they just want a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, send me some copies so we can sell it.
Right.
And then you can sell whatever you want.
Exactly. Isn't that pretty cool?
That is awesome. That is really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting when I started reading that aspect of, especially now that we've started to get some unofficial releases.
Yeah. I didn't know that that's what that was.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's what that is. And what else do we have? We have...
I want to answer a few questions.
Oh, yeah.
Any word on recently released 10 years after 10 CD box set? I think it's a UK release maybe. I haven't seen it. I'll do some digging. And then DJ's looking for Beatles Hey Jude. We might have a used one in the rack.
We might.
Let us get back to you on that.
Yeah.
But no new ones.
Well, if you want to talk about that a second, I'll look up real quick, see if I can find anything on.
All right. This is Chunky Shrapnel. King Gizzard, Lizard Wizard. Chunky Shrapnel is the live album. So I'm guessing this is one of the records that is in free open domain. It is 2 LP set, $31, and it's got 16 songs on it. Most of them from looks like 2019. Actually, all of them are from 2019. Luxembourg, Madrid, Manchester, London, Brussels, Milan, Madrid, all over the place. Barcelona. They put this all together. So this came out about a year and a half ago. So this is kind of one of their newer. I think this came. Then we got the unofficials. And then we got the new one.
And then they started. I don't know what year they started doing this, but also on their website it talks about being more environmentally friendly, and so they've gone away from plastic sleeves and are using
Cardboard.
I believe this is recycled, almost like craft paper is what they're using for that. So these are brand new records. They just come in this paper sleeve now. So that was one thing.
I'm not a fan of it, personally.
Well, it kind of. I get what they're trying to do, but they get tore up. So this is
I'm not a fan of it.
Live in San Francisco 16, pressed on recycled eco wax. This is. Yeah, where are you?
If you don't know what they're talking about, recycled eco wax, it's not like they're taking old records and grinding them down and putting them back in the press. What they're doing is when they press a black record, or honestly whatever color record, the record gets pressed, and then it goes through the machine, it flattens it out, and obviously it flattens it over.
So there's some cutoff.
There's an end, so it gets pressed, and then the next step it goes to a cutter. And a cutter trims the record. It trims the edge of the record. And there's, on some a little bit, there's a little bit. In some sections, there's a lot of bit. That cutoff, the excess, drops into a bin. Mm-hmm. And so it's just as pure. So what they do is they take that's the recycled, it's the cutoffs of other records. It's not regrind, which is what they used to do in the 70s and 80s, which is absolutely garbage. That's just like, oh, we'll just take whatever records and grind them up and throw them in. No. This is it's still high quality vinyl. It's still the same pellet. It's just cut off from the excess outside. Mm-hmm. They collect it, they throw it back in the hopper, and they repress it. Not a big deal. But it is eco-friendly. It's less waste. Right. So it kind of two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So. Next we have LW, which is the third. KG and LW were part of the trilogy. The first one was the Flying Microtonal Banana.
Yep.
And then it was KG and LW, so different. This is the only one of that set that we have in. Next up, this is why I chose to do this today.
This is fun.
I'm not sure what Nick was doing when he did this, but we'll try to figure it out.
I was buying records.
So this is the 18th full-length album called Butterfly 3000. It was announced on May 11th of this year. Well, we've sold both of our American copies already. I sold both of them Saturday. So this is Butterfly 300.
1,000.
3,000.
No, one more zero.
3,000.
3,000.
3,000. And they all have the same cover.
Well, no, they don't, Annette, because look at the back.
Well,
the art
except
is the
for
same.
that. The art is the same, and this is a auto stereogram is what this cover is called, which is, this was to feature a cross-eyed audio stereogram, which is a single image stereogram designed to create the visual illusion of a three-dimensional scene from a two-dimensional image.
I like that. It's like one of those old 3D books.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna have to look at that.
So anyway, so what we've got left, I'm sure the vinyl is all the songs are all the same. They're all in the hype sticker. This on the back and the sleeve are all printed in a different language. We had to do some interpretation. This one is in Japanese.
And the inner sleeve's all in Japanese too. Look at all the songs.
Is the circle in there, the label? That looked like it was in Japanese as well.
Label, Japanese.
Okay.
I think they're pretty cool.
They're cool.
I don't regret buying them at all. I know the English ones are sold, and we have all the other languages left.
Right, so.
But, I mean, I wouldn't mind having the Japanese copy of this. The copyright's still in English.
We have French, and I'm not sure. I think they come in different colors. That one was blue. I think there's red, yellow, or blue. So let's see.
We only have one of each of the other languages, guys. The prices are all the same.
Yeah.
Yellow. Yeah, look at that one's yellow.
So there's probably, I believe there's a red one in here. So we've got Japanese. Here, I'll let you put that one down.
French.
French. Chinese.
These are all available on our website, guys, by
Yeah.
the way.
Dutch. Turkish.
I like it.
Whoops. Spanish. Boyka. Russian. And German.
You know what? I mean,
All the, as far as we know, the music's all the same,
music's all the same.
but
It is.
all the sleeve, the cover,
Packaging's
the
different.
packaging's different.
Music's all the same.
So I just thought this is why I wanted to do this. Let me see if there's any. Okay, so it was released on all streaming platforms June 11, 2021.
Colors this one.
Yeah.
Red. So yeah, check it out. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. They're all divided on our website. You can pick out what language you want.
Yeah, they are.
TotalHaulOnline.com. You can pick up the new KGLW Butterfly 3000 in various languages, which is it's like getting an import. People
Cool.
collect Japanese imports. People collect Chinese. You know, it's the
we
only
didn't
time.
check to see where these. You think they were probably all pressed at the same place?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not sure where they were
They're all
pressed.
pressed at the same place.
The other ones I noticed were Canadian, so I don't know. I didn't look at these. So yeah,
So
there
yeah,
we go with King Gizzard. And
I
the
like it.
Lizard Wizard.
I like it. Should we get into some trade-ins?
Well, can I just pop these two up?
Yeah, let's
first?
do a net.
As I was walking by the counter, of course, a couple things caught my eye. We have a black gold Nina Simone here. Dyna Groove. 20 as is with the cover. I haven't even opened these up and look at them to see what they look like. So we've got on an orange RCA label, vinyl. I think I'd go with the VG Plus on this. So that's pretty cool. We don't see used Nina Simone really come in too often.
No, don't get
So
too
I
many
wanted to throw
shots at
that one up. And then I saw this next one, which if anybody wants to get a start on jazz, this is pretty cool here. It's 5 12-inch long playing records, LPs. It's the world's greatest music series, Pop Jazz. There are
5.
5 albums in here. I'd have to look at them all. But Maynard Ferguson, Charlie Parker with Miles Davis, Sarah Vaughan, Joe Williams, Stan Getz, Count Basie, Sonny Stitt, Illinois Jacquette, Billy Eckstein. I mean,
It's
if you
got
want to
everybody.
get into something, this is $20. It's not in the best shape.
The box is bad, but the
Box
record's
is back.
okay.
The records. Here's a little insert. The records.
Look pretty much like new.
Yeah. 6, 7. Are all 5 in here?
I'm sure they are. Easily VG Plus.
No, I'm confused. Maybe I'm only seeing Count Basie.
Every side has their.
Sarah Vaughan, Count Basie, Maynard Ferguson,
This one's got Johnny Richards, Maynard Ferguson.
Joe Williams. So I don't know if there are other series to this.
No, that's everything.
Okay. It's
Just
just the
broken
way
down.
they have them titled with.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's just different.
So if anybody is interesting about.
Getting into jazz.
Oh, you have this, Paul? Huh. I didn't know we had that.
Huh. There you go. You already have it at home.
We have it at home. Huh, who knew?
No wonder why you like it.
Well, I just picked it up and I'm like, for the price, and if you want to get into just a tinkle of jazz to figure out if you like it or not,
Or what kind of jazz you
or what
like. It's
kind
got
of
everybody on
jazz,
it.
this would be a great option. Wow, there's just some great artists on this. So yeah, I just wanted to pop those out.
If you're into Pink Floyd, we got a Near Mint Wall in.
Nice.
We don't usually get, obviously, these are one of some more sought after records in any record store. Got a really nice copy, original inner sleeves.
I don't even know what
Vinyl it's pretty nice. It says near mint. I'm gonna just give it a VG Plus just to be on the safe side. It's still, regardless, it's still a really nice copy. Original with the original inner sleeves. Obviously, if you see anything you like on our show, guys, you're welcome to give us a call after the show. All the new vinyl is on our website, toadhallonline.com.
New vinyl.
The new vinyl. This is a used record, and all the other used records I'm going to go through, you'll have to call or message or whatever. Get a hold of us.
Yeah. I can do that if you want to go to your next one.
Yeah, I'll let you finish that up. All right, so we got a lot of cool trade-ins. A lot of good 180-gram trade-ins we're going to talk about.
Ooh.
180-gram Joan Jett, self-titled, or this is Bad Reputation. Obviously not that old.
Well, she was one that was up at Summerfest that night that we didn't get to see.
Yep.
She would have been a great concert.
This record's basically new. Doesn't look like it was played much at all. $18. Bad Reputation. You Don't Own Me. Too Bad on Your Birthday.
Is that colored vinyl? Didn't they put this? Was
Black.
this? Oh, okay, because I thought at one point they had put this out for a record store day release, but I can't remember.
I think they did on a color.
Yeah. Great album. I have that at home.
Then we're going to dive right into metal.
Are we?
Yeah, we're diving right into metal. Here's a Mayhem record. This is a bootleg, I think. This is one of those unofficial kind of boot things, which I would have never known. I've never seen this record. It's only 20 bucks. This is obviously...
No, who is that, Mayhem?
Mayhem. Obviously fans of dark black metal. It's... You can tell the label looks kind of like a red label. You can't see track listings in it. It's a typical bootleg kind of thing. 20 bucks, but I've never seen it before. So I thought that was pretty cool. Venom, The Seventh Date of Hell, live at Hammersmith Odeon 1984. 25 bucks. It's back on black vinyl. Put this out years ago, a couple years ago. What's this, 2020? Seems like 2 years ago. But got that traded in. It's a little cheaper to buy it used. Drive-by Truckers, A Blessing and a Curse.
A question when you get done with that
Okay.
one.
Highly Suspects, Mr. Silent Vinyl. No, I do not have the Highly Suspect. I don't have any. I don't think we have any Highly Suspect in the store. Blessing and a Curse, Drive-by Truckers. Look at that vinyl.
I want to listen to that today.
We'll put it on. Check out that purple. It's like a purple
I
cobweb.
like that.
Purple clear. Blessing and a Curse. I think it's got an insert here. It sure does. It's got a lyric sheet. We have 18 bucks. What's the sticker say on it?
Oh, let me flip it over. $18.
There you go. War on Drugs, A Deeper Understanding. 2 LP set. The follow-up to 2014's critically acclaimed Lost in the Dream. And still an original shrink, guys. 24 bucks. Saves you a few dollars buying it pre-loved and opened. Ryan Adams Wednesdays. Never played Return because the 45 was not wanted. So apparently, what happened on this is apparently there's 2 different 45s. The US cop version's got one, and UK people got a different 45.
Gotcha.
And so when they shipped it, they thought they were getting another 45. So they never even played it. So we got an open copy of Ryan Adams Wednesdays, $21.
26.
20. That's the original sticker.
Oh.
It's 21 now because
Oh,
we got to peel that off. So
That's right. Good idea.
So I'll let you peel the sticker.
Oh.
Dio. Clear vinyl came out for Rocktober. These are all out of print. You cannot find these anywhere. Clear vinyl, certified gold.
Ooh, Rocktober should be coming up pretty soon.
And we got
right?
Rocktober titles coming. Look at that. Sacred Heart. Got the original cool WB label on it. $35 on that since they are all out of print and you cannot find them. I remember when I had these, someone probably bought this here and then they paid them back for it.
And then resell it.
Yep. Fate's Warning. Long Day, Good Night. This is on double vinyl, on brown vinyl. A lot of good rock titles. 80s rock and 80s metal. Look at that brown wax. It's almost see-through. Got the cool metal blades in her sleeve. 2 LP set. It's not very expensive. It's, well, 30 bucks. Not bad for a 2 LP set.
Paul will have to take a check. I don't know if we have any Ike Quebec in the house.
I don't think we'll have to look.
Take a look in a little bit.
This, I came in today and I found this in the rack. I was surprised to see this. Mariah Carey, Merry Christmas, $24. You guys do know that we have to buy our Christmas, we're getting our Christmas records in new currently because basically we have to order them, and then when they're gone, they're gone. Like we can't get any more till next year this time. So a lot of the really popular Christmas albums sell out. Just a fun fact. If you're into Christmas records, you're gonna look at some.
We did get our first one the other day. Our new Bing. We got Bing in.
Yeah.
White Christmas, I think.
So they're
right?
they're already coming down the line. So you might want to think of. I know seems like it's forever away, but they're coming down the line. Red Vinyl, Mariah Carey Christmas, $24. We're gonna do a Christmas show too.
Yeah.
We'll do that too.
Absolutely.
This is the new Jackson Browne, Downhill from Here, $24. Person who bought it just didn't care for it, so they traded it in. Still an original shrink, $24, 2 LP set. This just came out like a month ago. It's like brand spanking new. New Jackson Browne.
What do you have here now? Extreme.
Go for it.
Extreme red vinyl out of print, $45. Oh, when is this from? Original release looks like, is that 1989?
Yeah. Yep.
Seems
sure
about right.
is.
So
This is
a repress.
This is the Culture Factory repress from France. They always put these on colored vinyl. And
Ooh, pretty red vinyl.
many of you have purchased the Styx Paradise
yeah.
Theater on blue. Same company pressed this. They usually make about 1,000, or depending on the type, it'll be 1,500 or 2,500 or whatever. So.
And how much was that one? I didn't even look. Just. Gotta figure out what it is.
Extreme red vinyl.
Oh, $45 was
Well,
it?
thanks for watching the stream. We appreciate you. Glad you just found us. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, guys. We do this morning show every Tuesday. I also, when I get audiophile news, I do a MoFi Minute talking about audiophile music. I also do record reviews, which we're going to get back to come in the next couple weeks. I think I'm just going to start doing artist reviews and interviews, and so we got a lot of cool stuff on the channel. So thanks for watching.
Paulie said that Tony Bennett has a new Christmas one coming out and may be his last release.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for that. Marilyn, Misplaced Childhood. Brand new is 180 gram, $20. What do we got here?
I like the cover, especially the back.
This is a hard record to
love
find
this.
because of the time it came out. Does it have a year on it?
1985.
So this one was made in 2017.
Right.
Parlophone Records put it out.
Originally 1985.
So, you're right at the tail end of vinyl right there. It's getting a little tough to find.
Annette's favorite band coming up here.
This is Annette's favorite band because Paul loves it. Dire Straits On Every Street. So this is the only record of Dire Straits that Mobile Fidelity has not done. It was not in they had planned to do the original 5. This is the 6th. They skipped this one because they didn't think there'd be enough demand. I made it very clear to them that they should do it. The problem is they said, well, when we did the other 5, we had to bring all of our equipment to England and set it all up and cut them all or whatever and do and then bring it all back. It was not just like a afternoon thing. It was a very expensive ordeal to go over there and get the master tapes and get that all done. Obviously now they know they can sell them. Will they do it? I don't know. I sure hope they do. And then I also told them to sell us a darn box so we could slide them all into.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
A cool MoFi box set.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes they listen to me, sometimes they don't. I do what I can.
Kind of like around here. Sometimes we listen to them, sometimes we don't.
Basically. But if you want to complete your Dire Straits collection, 2 LP set, black vinyl. This one's $30. I think new they're probably $36. This is the 6th record from Dire Straits, and one that's not really available any other way.
Sealed. Why do we have this one in the middle here?
Someone put it in the wrong bin.
Well,
That's
here's
just
a
new.
Lana Del Rey that's new in case anybody's looking for it.
It just, we come in on Tuesdays. We call ourselves a Tuesday morning cleanup crew because we always have to take care of all the problems that were left for us from the weekend. Me and Annette do. And John, to be fair. John does a lot of it too.
Cleanup crew.
Creed Human Clay, $30. Looks like it was opened and played once.
Ooh. Steve Perry Christmas album, including autographed copies. That's pretty cool.
It is cool. They're doing all sorts of that stuff right now.
Yeah.
Creed Human Clay, $30. It's a Billboard #1 Grammy Award winning single with Arms Wide Open. Plus Are You Ready, What If, and Higher. 2 LP, first time reissued. $30. And it's on Craft Records, so it'll sound good.
Yeah.
I don't know when this one snuck in. We got a Coldplay Everyday Life 2 LP set. And it's got the foil print on it. It's got the foil track listing on it. 2 LP set.
Oh,
Ooh, look at what color it's on.
I hate putting double albums in sleeves.
Look at that.
Oh,
That is
just
awesome.
really cool.
Gold. It's like, it's not metallic, but it's definitely gold. I wonder if it's both LPs are gold. They sure are. This is a Coldplay album record we haven't had in a while. Everyday Life. This is their latest, I think. It's from 2019. So yeah, they've been pretty quiet since about then. But $40. And finally, you know what? I think we had this one. But Decemberists, 2 LP set, $25. Probably gold vinyl. Yeah, it's just standard gold. Or standard black. Never seen gold. Oh, man. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you saw something you liked, feel free to reach out. Phone number is 815-226-1259. Website is toadhaulonline.com, where we pack and ship your records to perfection and ship them out all the way across the world, across the country, wherever you guys are at. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe. We got lots of cool stuff coming up here. I almost want to call it like a new season, because we've kind of like, summer is, you know, we do a lot of stuff around the store. Like, obviously there's a big hole in our building right now. We're expanding. We got new microphones. We're going to be in the store more as the season changes into fall. The new record season kind of starts, and we got some new fun stuff lined up.
New record season, including Christmas albums. Rocktober's coming up.
Yeah, Rocktober, we got, well, Record Store Day, Black Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to be probably releasing that list pretty darn quickly. Probably, I'm surprised, honestly, I'm surprised it's not out already.
So all kinds of really cool things to look forward to.
Yes. And then, you know, equipment. There's lots of, you know, equipment is actually getting kind of hard to find right now. So, you know, if you're out there watching, you haven't bought a turntable or you haven't bought a receiver, get out there and buy that stuff before it gets really scarce and prices go crazy, just like the vinyl industry right now.
Well, Crafty, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, Crafty. We appreciate all the feedback, all the love you guys give. It keeps us doing it, and we're looking forward to this season.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of good stuff coming. So
Have a great